Hey guys, this is Allison from Alleycat Creations. How are you? Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so already. And if you get anything from my work, a connect dot, an epiphany, a mind explosion, a new book to read, a new author to explore, please consider supporting my work. All the links are in the description under the video. And if you new pyramid. Actually, put that down here. Because both cow kitties are down here. I see Freya and Odin. I know, they're different. Lots of layers. Really cool, different. And I got all hearts and skulls and paintings and all kinds of awesome stuff. Please check out my website, AlyCatCreations211.com. That's where you can find all this stuff. I hope the next couple of days goes smoother so that I can get some stuff up on the website. But for now, if you're interested in anything, please email me. I do everything privately. AlyCatCreations211.com. And the link is on YouTube. I know I look disheveled, and I am. Hard to see, but today, because this is why I'm doing a spiritual soul advice, maybe a pondering, we'll see. The energies is batshit crazy. Hi. Kids are picking up on this. Head butted, scratched, almost bitten twice, like full on. Thankfully the kid likes me, so he's I got a big workout today, had to lift some kids and tilt them and rock them back and forth. My principal was like, oh, holy crap, what's going on in here? I need more help. But that's the nature of the beast when it comes to energies, and kids have no outlet and their parents have zero clue. Yeah, so today was a lot of bonker batshit crazy shit. I'm exhausted. I don't make enough. I make as much as a McDonald's worker to take care of children, diaper them, make sure their well-being is at hand, and I get crap for pay. I'm not really complaining because I knew this was going to happen, but I need another job. I don't know when to fit it in. I honestly don't, because by the time I get home, I am rattled. My body hurts bad. And then it takes me a whole weekend to recover that so that I can redo it. And then I have housework and cleaning, and holy crap, I don't know what is going to give in my life. But why I'm doing this today and not a reading is we're going to do some oracle cards because I think a lot of us do need this. But we're on the cusp. It's Pisces. Everything's emotional. We're all going crazy. We're seeing the outside world. It's getting crazier out there. Batshit crazy. And we are all like, what is gonna give? Someone is pumping something major out of their car. My whole house just shook. I don't know if that came through in the microphone, but wow. The shaman's been going light purge, and we're still purging shit out of us. We're still going through the thick of self-discovery, higher self-discovery, merging self-discovery. And a lot of us are not feeling the best. I'm drinking a lot of water. I feel extremely dehydrated. I kind of stopped my supplements because how much detoxing can one do? And I mean, I need it, but I'm applying it if I can, if there's an oil with it. But how much can one detox? That right away, I had to stop a few things just to give my body a break for like a week, and then I'll hit them back up. It's allergy season, and things are harsh right now. Prices are not getting any better. People are like freaking out. I think today at work, like my teeth are getting really wiggly, and I don't like that. And that's because I got headbutted in the face. Thankfully, I don't have a fat lip or anything, but my goodness sakes. And it seems like with all the chaos, all the shit, there is a glimmer of hope. I all hope that this eclipse that's happening tonight, the full moon, the new beginnings, the new abundance, the new things start coming in. And I know a lot of us are putting those intentions out there. And we've been doing this. So let's hope that it's gonna come our way soon. Because I didn't think going back into the matrix and doing my mission was going to cost me so much in terms of 3D bullshit that we're all here and trying to do. Um, there's so many things going on with my mind. Because I've been getting a lot of downloads, more so towards the children, but it's because they're being activated, their bodies are overwhelmed, but so are ours. They're no different. They just don't have the verbiage to express what is going on in their little tiny bodies. And a lot of, unfortunately, this is like the harder part for myself is to know how much more energy I'm taking into trying to help these children. So I let my barrier down, but my goodness sakes, the line for me has to be drawn because I know some of these soul contracts are really, really, really rough on a lot of these kids. I did a TikTok about bottle rot. That's a real thing here in Indiana. Um, Never seen this in New York at all. Like kids just get their teeth pulled if they're rotted out. And yeah, look at the diets that some of these kids are on. Like it makes sense. Like parents are just shoving sugar in the kids. And not to say, listen, we all snack, we all eat unhealthy things. Bless your food, but brush your teeth afterwards. Have the kids like take care of themselves better. But the kids model their parents' behavior. A lot of these kids are there, like you want these kids to be homeschooled. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. You let me send half my class to your homes, if for those of you who are proponents of that, and you tell me how you're going to teach these kids without throwing some iPad or a stimulus that just makes them sit down and be a zombie. It, it, no. Mm-mm. And I wouldn't want these kids to be home all day. Gonna be squarely honest with you. Today was one of those days that my heart fell into pieces with one of the little girls in my class in the afternoon class, and I wanted to cry. Me, the other pair I work with, and the teacher wanted to cry. We don't even know what to do at this point if services need to be called. That's how serious things are getting. And I had to call in my team for this little child that I can't unfortunately I can't discuss it. But I wanted to cry. And no, it's not abuse in a bad sexual, none of that. I know where a lot of people's heads are going, but no. It's just a lot of these kids have allergies. A lot of these kids have things that don't need to be there. But yes, they chose this experience. Their tiny little bodies experience this because a lot of people need to fucking wake up. And it's not happening. And I have to play the unity card and be the woo-woo person. And slowly a lot of the people that I thought, well, no, I felt it because I feel energy and intention, but a lot of people are finally starting to come out as, oh yeah, I do the astrology. I'm like, yeah, guys, today's a full moon in an eclipse. This is pretty much why the building's going bonkers. And all the people are like, oh yeah, it's in Pisces. And oh yeah. I read astrology. I'm like, yeah, I'm one of those. So yeah. So if you're feeling it like I am and seeing it playing out with normies, and I don't like to call them normies, but people that are not into the woo-woo spiritual stuff, it's very interesting watching people like finally wake up to the fact that there is a spiritual component to a lot of this. It's quite interesting and funny. A little bit. Which leads me into what I've been seeing in the chat in my older people level. You know, the kids are the kids and kids are going to be kids. But adults, I'm still seeing people not hard aligning, and they're taking every word from a person that speaks and they're taking it as the source of all sources and making it their truth when you're not going in and aligning with your own truth. You're going based off of other people who read a book and tell you this is it. This is fact. Why are you doing that? Do you see how many books are behind me? It's a perception. It's opinion. I do my own research. And I can tell you right now, my heart aligns with so many different things, but there's similarities within a lot of work that I can bounce back on and can tell you, well, if you are into this paradigm, here's the people you would want to read. If you're into that paradigm, these are the people that you want to read. There is no absolute in anything because we're all one. We're all one. As we listen to people, like even myself, I don't expect all of you to align with everything that I say at all. And I don't want you to, because I want you to go within yourself. Point blank. I'm just here to open and expand your thinking, your consciousness. Sit yourself on at an easel in that room with a million pieces of things in the middle. And everybody's perception's different, and everybody's tones and shades and shapes are going to be different, but the objects in the middle of the room are the same. We're all one. And that's a hard take to still like shake people up. Your fractal, I hear this a lot too. Your fractal's a source, okay, but your fractals of everybody else. We're all one. So as much as you have hate and shame and blame, you're still one with those people. They're a mirror for you to learn. They're the unspoken parts of your unconscious that you haven't tackled yet. When you tackle that, you stop hating and shaming and blaming. You go to neutrality. You see it all for source. You understand what side you want to choose, service to self or service to others. You choose what side, and you're going to continue on that train ride. You're not going to get off of the stations anymore to discover different narratives and programming. You don't need to anymore. You're on the train, you're staying to its final destination. But we're still in the train where people are a service to the others, but they're getting off and exploring different avenues of things. That's fine. But when you get off of the station, you're mixing with the service to self people, and they're just doing their thing, and you should just be doing your thing and not worrying about what everybody else is doing. Yeah, we're in a country and the world, humanity at large, that is playing a lot of karma out that you should step away from, get out of. What you put your energy to is what you get back ×3. It's a stupid law that's in the stupid movie The Craft. It's a real law. It's not some witchy shit. It's the real law. What you put out, you get back. So I'd rather be putting out good energy and getting back good energy. Good thoughts. What are you feeding your energy into? This person is this person, and that person is an incarnation of this person. We're all fucking one. Who gives a shit anymore? And I'm being like facetious here, but we're all one. Why are we still putting people on podiums? We come from different rays of source. After we individuated, we came down in different rays of light. We express that light differently, but we're still, at the end of the day, all one, differentiated for source to have an experience. So let's just say I come from the violet ray. I'm exhibiting those behaviors and having that energy within my essence and my soul. You might be from the blue ray, one might be from the red ray. It doesn't matter. But in the scheme of things, what is incarnating through you, in you, and working with you is the ray of light that you came in on. So if the violet ray has ascended masters and archangels and angels and all that stuff, I mean, there's hierarchy of all of that nonsense. That's what's playing out through us. And then the blue ray, it's a different set of angels and guardians and this person and that person. And the green ray and the yellow ray, all of them have different differentiated aspects of energies working through people. That's all. Doesn't make anybody bigger or less because we're all one. So stop thinking that you are zero, nothing, worthless, because you are everything that everybody else attributes to someone on a podium. Oh, this person's a reincarnation of Thoth, and this one is this, and that one's that. Who gives a fuck? Doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm being mean now. Because I'm done. People speak out of their tushies without really understanding the components of how it all works. If people would take a minute to actually read other people and just not base it off of a document or a book, one book. I mean, I read Suzanne Lai. Holy crap, her work is phenomenal. But I also read Dolores Cannon, and her work is phenomenal. And I'm reading The Law of One again for the second time. That book is phenomenal. They're all phenomenal things. The Wanderer's Handbook is a very useful tool for people who are in the awareness. There's so many people out there. Why read one thing and base all reality off of that one book and that one concept? No, it's a little fractal of a little portion of a bigger picture. I say this all the time. And moving on with that thought, there is, in my estimation, because I got this in my download last night. People who tell you that there are people walking around soulless is ignorant to the bigger picture. I don't believe that there's anything human or even animal that has a breath, that has a heartbeat, that doesn't have a soul. They all have souls. They wouldn't be walking around if otherwise. But there's a big difference between how much soul and God aspect is in a soul. How much consciousness is in a soul. This is a bigger topic for another day because I could shoot this off for hours. I want to get to the cards. Think about it. God created all things. Every particle, photon, muon, gluon, quark, all of it is source. God, the all, that is. So to make a statement that a living, breathing entity doesn't have a soul is null and void. It's of source. It's all source. What a lot of people are still doing is separating themselves from everything else. We chose to incarnate in limitation and separation to have an experience. But when you see that it is just that, an illusion, an experience, and you're looking around and people are saying, well, that's an NPC and that's a background person and this is that. That doesn't mean they're soulless. It means that the fractal of source within them and their higher selves are not as connected to someone like myself or you guys. It doesn't mean they're soulless. Because if they were, every astral entity would be jumping in and having a field day on this world, and it would be a lot more negative than it is now. This is a negative plane of existence. We chose this to bring the light, to shift it to the positive. And we're doing a fantastic job, by the way. We're just in that in between time, and it fucking sucks. We're all going through it, and it's all a test. And I don't know. I'm kind of like getting at my wits' end myself because I've been at it and at it and at it and been patient and persevering through a lot of adversity, and so have many of you. And the results are just not there. It's very, very frustrating. It's showing that humanity is still very slowly emerging out of the slumber that it's been put into. And many of us have been awake for a very long time. And some people have been only awake for 5 to 6 years. You know, watching Sacred Valley earlier today, being asked, like, what time period did you wake up? For me, a memory popped into my mind as soon as Tara said that. And it was coming home and watching the first time there was a bombing at the World Trade Center in 1993. I was in like in 4th grade. And I remember that day like it happened yesterday. And I remember saying to my dad, he goes, oh, don't worry, me and mom are fine. We're very far away from there when we're working. And he goes, you understand what happened? I said, yeah, we have a shadow government and nothing is what it appears to be in politics. So I don't know why you and mom fight about it. It's illusory. And he just looked at me like, what the fuck did you just say, honey? You're in 4th grade. What do you know about politics? Said there's a shadow government, Dad. Do you really think these people get elected? I said this a long time ago. Not realizing that memory means so much more now than it ever did to me back then. I always knew. Always. I never ever put my energy into the political sphere because I knew it was bullshit from the beginning. That was just my trigger event to go, oh, okay, it's all corrupt. I still have to live my life. And I think that's where a lot of us are getting lost. We still live in 3D and we still have responsibilities to play out here. That's not to say, yeah, the system is rigged, it's messed up, and we shouldn't be paying taxes upon taxes upon taxes on things that were already taxed. It's all a money grab. You know, a lot of people ask me, why haven't you ever become a teacher? That was your aspiration and your biggest dream in your life. And I said, because it's a fucking money grab. I have to buy a degree because I bought my bachelor's degree. Now I got a really good education, don't get me wrong, but to have to go purchase another degree, just then to have to take state exams after passing with my degree, I should be competent once I get that degree. I shouldn't have to go take standardized other testings that you have to pay for and certifications you have to pay for in order to become a teacher with more creditable things that I have to take and pay for. It's a money grab. And I'm sorry. No, I'm not doing it. Sure, would I like to make a lot more money? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's a money grab. I didn't really have to spend much on my whatever I have now going on for me. I didn't have to spend that much, but I do have a degree. And if I didn't get sick, I would be in an industrial job. I know how to use power tools. I love using my hands and working with tools. But I got sick and things didn't work out in that arena for me. We all have to start waking up. That we have to take responsibility for what the here and now is bringing to us. And when you don't know how to play the game, or you're playing it wisely, great, but there's still things you cannot ignore because life still goes on and there's still people sleeping. And you can't hate them for that. There's still people that hate people that took the vaccine and they're so obsessed over it, they can't get out of the programming that's a choice that those souls made because they needed to make that choice. That was their choice, not your choice. And don't let it affect you. That was them. You do you, boo. Social experiments, just like I said earlier, with the kids coming in with bottle rot, got silver caps in these teeth. It's disturbing to see how many kids open up their mouth to smile and it's all silver. And it's not just one kid, it's like a ton. So what are they putting in the formula here? What are they really doing here in the Midwest? Why is everybody rigged off of their system? They make it that way for a reason. They want you under their control, and they're going to make sure that you're under their control. And the health system, they work hand in hand. If you buy into it, some things you need to have done. But kids, why is there silver? Like, just pull the teeth. Other teeth are going to come in. Why are they rotted in the first place? Like, I get it genetically. There's some, like myself and like my whole family, they're all on fake teeth. It's genetics also at play. But my goodness, My teeth were fine until I had braces, and the braces ate my enamel of my teeth. And then after that, the biologic medication that I was on really destroyed things. And I mean, yeah, that's stress, but that's not all stress. I'm happy I'm white already because all the stress that I've been in the last 6 years. Oh shit. Man, I don't have to worry about my hair going gray. All the teachers are dyeing their hair, all the old ladies that like, oh my God, I'm like, hi, I'm walking around with it. Like, oh, you didn't dye that? Oh no. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. This grows right out of my head. So yeah, social experiments are happening and we have to really fine tune in what they are and alchemize it and transmute it. There's a lot of hope that we need to start really tapping into. When we're still fixed focus, it like I'm sitting in observation mode. So I'm watching how a system is being played out from a different point of view coming from New York. And that was a humongous social experiment. New York is huge. They do a lot of testing there before it comes and trickles across the United States. But I know what I've seen it in my own eyes. I lived it. But did I participate in it unless I was forced to? As a child, my parents made my decisions up till 18. So there were some things that I had no choice on doing. But for the bigger scheme of things, be the active observer. Observe what is going wrong, but then figure out what can you do to make it right, or at least transmute the energy to make a change. We're all focused on what's going on in the news and what's going on and these shiny little carrots dangling on a stick about finances and their Sarah Jacera and dingly dangly. Are you doing anything in the meantime to transform the energy so it could come? Or are you just talking about it? These are the things that we need to focus on. If you can't physically write a letter to a congressman because you know it's not really going to do a damn thing, great. But you could sit there in meditation to transmute the energy to reinvent the wheel somehow in your mind, making changes. Because what you collectively in the consciousness of all, when you make the change and more people make the change, it goes off into the ether and then it comes down. Let's transmute the energy so that we're not sitting in the negative shit anymore. We want certain things to happen for humanity. We have to start thinking and imagining and bringing it forward in transmutation, in alchemizing the shit. If we're just talking about, well, these people did horrible, heinous things, and this is how messed up the system has been, and the Illuminati and the witches and the evil people, they all serve a purpose for your awakening, by the way. They're still a part of Source. Yeah, I said this the other day. Some people have some fucked up, heinous catalysts that hit their lives that they lost faith in themselves and Source because it was too hard. They didn't have a way out. They didn't have anybody there to support them. They didn't have an avenue of somebody handing them something to make a little difference to make it better. There are people out there who have lost complete faith in humanity because shit keeps happening over and over and over again, and they don't realize that they wrote that in for themselves. Okay, they're absent in that understanding and knowing and awareness, and they lose faith. Okay, I was one of those people. I didn't lose faith in source, but I totally was done with a lot of things in my life. When I didn't have control, my parents did. I was stuck. Like so many other people emotionally, didn't know what outlet. No one wanted to talk to me. I'm still in that black sheep offset kind of human being over there. It proves my point. Look how many people are on my channel. Not many. Right? Take energy. Oh, you're doing great, great, great. But there's no equated energy exchange when it comes to a massive whole for the things that I go out and do for other people, right? There are people that go through fucked up shit and they lose faith in humanity and they lose faith in source because they prayed and prayed and prayed and they're pouring their hearts out and nothing comes of it. And without their going deeper within and asking the deeper questions, a lot of people don't even know how to do that. They go to the dark. The easiest way I could say it is that they align with the dark, whether it's through addictions that people get numb, they need to numb themselves out, even just to function. Not all people turn to the dark because it's shiny and bright and here's some promises. People really go through the thick of shit, lose faith, and get trapped in that crap. And it's all serving a purpose anyway. But for them, we got to step in. And many of you are stepping in to your purpose. But more and more of us need to start doing that. There are really good people out there who fell to the darkness. It doesn't mean they're soulless. It doesn't mean that they do heinous things. And even the ones that do heinous things, they're going to die and go into their personal hell. And when they start seeing and understanding what they did, what was wrong, and they repent, or whatever words you want to put, that they make amends with, holy crap, I was a horrible person. Why was I like that? They're going to see and they're going to shift, they're going to heal, they're going to come back down and have to do it again. But that's not for you to judge. That's for their own soul to give them that torment. Not for you. Nobody else. This is just an experience. Detach. And yeah, it's hard when you're in it and you're living the moments and you're feeling it. It sucks. But when things are outside of you and that you pour so much energy into, are you really pouring your energy in the right spots and focusing in the right places? Honestly, it's getting scary out there with the things that I'm reading and seeing. Inner voice. This happened on the last pull. Tune into your inner compass. What you are telling yourself is manifesting. So please go inside yourself and that little voice that's in your head, change up the definitions and wordings that you define your life by. If it's negative, change it to a positive, or at least come into a neutral space. Say, well, this is something I'm going to work on, because whispers. The universe is trying to talk to many of you, making an attempt. Tune into your soul voice. Why I am doing cards and why I've been pulled to do and just shoot the breeze with my thinking is because we're at this time now. Hi, it's time to jump into your inner light, to take ownership of your light. Are you owning it? Are you walking it? Are you talking it? Are you emoting it? Sure, I got headbutted today. I got a massive scratch on my arm. My body hurts from having to pick kids up and pick toys up off the floor all day. But you know what? In every moment, I called down especially today, called down my team to help these kids. That's my mission, to lay hands on these kids to heal them. I'm doing my calling. What are you doing to bring your light to the world? It is time to get out of the hermit's journey and take the cave walk down to society. You're Neo, you're up with Prometheus, you're up there, Morpheus. You're learning, you're going to the Oracle. And now you must come back down to physically live it out, to change the paradigm. How are you inserting yourself back into the matrix? Are you listening to yourself? Or are you allowing other people to guide you? It's one thing to listen to information. It is one thing to take it as objective and go, okay, let me see if this aligns with me, because if it does, great, I'll take it, keep it. If it doesn't, no one's really doing that. Discernment really, once again, went out the window because I'm reading the chats and I have to tune out because of the things that people are saying. It's not even a trigger anymore. It just makes me sad. It used to make it trigger. But when I go out and I put my insertations in there and my little plugins, because you're not ready to hear my truths, that we're all one, literally, that you should stop hating other people and stop judging other people because you're judging yourself. That heinous things are happening because that's sold contracts. That's one of the harder truths that people can't even fathom. That you wrote your story and somebody did, and the children did. The children are the same age as your soul. They just incarnated for different purposes. They're mission spirits. Go within. What is your soul saying? Why are you ignoring the signs? The universe is whispering to you. But the other part to that is stop being delusioned by your own ego. What you think is maybe your higher self or the galactic people talking to you could sometimes just be your ego interpreting it wrong. Or some desire that you have is blocking you from getting to the answers. Because you think your ego, your higher self is speaking to you, but it's your ego because it's trapping you. It's keeping you here. You're already up there and you're in multiple facets of the multidimensionality that is this plane of existence. That's the hard part. That's hard truth. Bashar talks about this. Ra talks about this. Quote, Dolores Cannon to some extent, maybe not so much defined words, but this stuff is like you wrote this script. There is soul contracts. That's nothing I made up. My definitions have been defined by me through reading a lot of books and getting a lot of different people talking about it and formulating my own heart alignment to it. Not some fanciful, I read one book and that's going to be the end all be all of my knowledge. No, I read a plethora of books and took the things that made sense to me and my soul And I'm just reverberating it out to you guys in frequency. Take what will resonate in your heart space, but understand reality is not what people expect it to be, and it isn't what it seems to be, because we are limited in our perceptions on a 3D plane of existence. And it really kills me that so many people are living in delusion land, not going within and doing the work on themselves. And this is the time to be doing this now. If you're doing affirmations, are you believing it, feeling it, walking it, emoting it? Are you looking in the mirror? Even if you're mutely saying, I love you, you have to love something about yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't be alive. You wouldn't serve a purpose of being here. Remember, we're always drawn to the negative aspects first, not to the positive. We all serve a purpose. And if we didn't serve that purpose, our purpose would be up and we would be dead physically. That doesn't mean your service ends. Oh, it just gets higher and higher and expands and expands. So make sure you're getting to that point where you're feeling what you're saying. Huh. Can't make this shit up. Forgive. The highest octave of a fulfilled soul is letting go of the ugly pieces of life. Keep giving, learning, loving, and forgiving. It's a true love. You start with yourself. I forgive all of those who have harmed me, put me in harm's way, broke my heart, because I needed those lessons to learn, to grow, to have experience and wisdom so that I can impart it on others. I forgive other people, for they know not. They do not know that that was their lesson, or that's something they needed to do in order to give someone else a lesson. Forgive. Make the most of it. Make use of your time and all resources. Look for more knowledge or appliance. Learn from the mistakes and also from others to build up more skills and confidence. Divine synchronicity, much. Anticipate. There should be a few challenges or obstacles awaiting for you on the way to success. By anticipating these ones, you will absolutely soften the problems and get more decisive solutions. We're anticipating a shift, even though the shift is continuously happening in our everyday moment of the now, and it keeps happening. And we're all anticipating these great, abundant, amazing things for humanity and for things to be revealed as of truth. But as you already know the truth, it's already been shifted. You already shifted. It's now allowing everybody else to shift and get to the space that you're in. Everything's on an octave and a frequency and a vibratory state. If you're not living in those states, you're not going to be able to experience it. Anticipate good. Don't expect good. Anticipate it. It's a state of mind. Everything is a state of mind. Don't cheat yourself. You still have to put the work and the effort in to have a cause and effect and a manifestation to occur in 3D. So things might be quickening up. The days are going quick. Everything is going quicker. Things are speeding up for a reason. But that still doesn't mean that you still have to play. You still have to play out your 3D existence. You wrote your ascension into this story, this movie, this script, this role that you're playing. You wrote it. So you wrote your ascension and your shift in there. Huh, see what I did there? But you did it too. You wrote this. Anticipate it happening. Just don't have an expectation of when or how. Know it to be so. And if you're one of those people that are sick, or you wrote the manner in which you're going to ascend, if it's physically in a body or if it's not in a body and it's in your light body, whatever it is, you wrote your script. The only thing you can choose is the way you react to it and your timelines. Because there's many versions of me that is still in a happy, joyous relationship. There's still many versions of me that didn't just help people out financially in big, tremendous ways, that now I'm in suffering. And there's versions of me that didn't help, but that's not my nature. I help. My eyes are itchy. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. Going back to inner voice and whispers. You can't hear yourself or spirit if you're too busy up here thinking about everything that doesn't really necessarily belong to you or is good for you. Recognize despair as opportunity. Within you will find the gift of awakening. So many of us know, I know for my own self, when I hit the rock bottom of despair, where I'm ready to jump off the cliff and never come back, that's when the light really comes in. Big time. Many of us had to fall many times in order to get back up and build our lives back up again and again and again. But through that, the biggest, most incredible lessons come from it. As much as that sucks. Feel the power of your blood and your ancestors. You are not alone, because you are them, they are you. They're clearing a lot of this fucked up energy in the here and now with you. So sometimes we get moody. We don't know where it comes from. Oh, that's an ancestor coming through us, because we need to purge it out through this vehicle. That's why many people are getting sick and we don't feel good. Follow your vision. Never lose sight of what is really important. What is important? You are important. All of you. You're all important. And I'm not even, there's no bullshit there. All of you are important. Every last one of us. Stop putting people on podiums. There's a flag up there. Stop putting that person on a podium. He's not your savior. Yeshua isn't coming back, because Yeshua is within all of us, especially the ones who have the Christ spark and the DNA. That's a lot of us. That's not just one of us. That's not just half of us. That's a lot of us. Stop holding energy on podiums. The ascended masters are still in energy. Stop putting them up. Like there is a hierarchy up there in terms of knowledge, but no one's like on the ego trip up there. There isn't. There's polarity. There's densities. There's levels of perception, but I don't think the Arcturians are like, well, I'm better than the Andromedans, we're better than the Pleiadians. Do you really think they're doing that up there? Or out wherever they happen to inhabit? Do you really think they're I'm bigger than you? They have inflated egos. Guess what? We have this aircraft. Woo! We go in and out and zipping in and out. Riding. Do you really think that this is what they do? Unlike us humans who have to down the block, my house is shaking because we have to show everybody we have a huge system in our car. Inflated ego much? Are they comparing size? Because most androgyny don't have anything down there to compare. Yeah. Big. Mhm. I'm just saying. That's ego. Do you really think these higher entities have any of this shit show playing out in their realm? They have other things. I'm not going to say they don't, but the ego thing is not there. Anytime I'm listening to different channels, different people channeling different races and different entities and different, there's no ego. They're not in the comparison range. They're not inflating themselves. To have pride in oneself, to be worthy of self, is all that is needed. You are worthy of living. You are worthy of the breath that you breathe every day. You are worthy of abundance, and everybody else is. There's class systems and judgments and labels here to give us human brains perception, perspective. You're no better than anybody else, and we have to stop doing that. Be your vision. What do you see for yourself? And obtain it. Because many of us are going to be the way showers. We're going to be, people are going to, I mean, now I could see it eventually. People are going to start, because it's very, very like here when it comes to a lot of things, because everything is very like Catholic and Christian, and a lot of people are afraid to talk about their woo-woo-ness. Like, oh, I listen to astrologers, and oh, I listen to mediums and stuff. Oh, well, hi, I'm a channel. Hi. You're in my universe right now. I'm glad. You're not crazy. This stuff is real. And now now that you know what I am, I just announced it, you can come to me and talk with me. I can help you. I do oracle cards. I don't speak to the depths that I talk on here because they're not there yet. And I'm not coming from an inflated ego. I'm here to serve. I'm here to give the way. I'm here to help put you on your paths. That's another mission of mine. Not just to hold frequency for children and to help them. And many of you, hi, you're doing what I'm doing. Take pride in yourself that that's one of your missions. You're going out there and you're spreading your truth. You're going out in your frequency and shedding light. Because there's a lot of people in that spiritual community who steer people wrong. Because they're into the negative polarity of greed. Like I said, you need an equal energy exchange. People do need to eat. But at some point, I see a lot. So after this eclipse, Dust Devil moving out of stagnation. I feel because time is speeding up, I feel the paradigm is shifting on a totality type scale, not individually, that things are going to start shifting and getting out of that stagnation. Things are going to become more fluid. I know the energies are bouncing back and forth from the outside, our perception of the outside world. There's a lot of things moving out of us. That's the purge, that's the Schumann resonance, all that red spiking out, that's throwing up shit that we don't need no more. And I did this weekend. Clarity and organization, a tidy house. I went on a cleaning spree. I keep a clean house. I'm a clustered. I saw that. And I have a fan on. There's no, like, the air is very stagnant. There's no airflow in here. Spirit, hi. And I cleaned this weekend. I came down here and I mopped the floor and I cleaned all the cat hair and all the stuff. And they're not really down here, so it's not much. I did so much laundry. Like, clean your house, tidy up. Like, I don't have a place to put all this stuff, so it's gonna sit out, but I also want to show you guys. But most of my stuff is very organized. Organize your stuff. Even if it's one room at a time. I know for me, I like to work in organized chaos. I like things lived in. I don't want to be in I lived in a museum half my life. My mom was very adamant about everything had to have a place and nothing can be touched. And I don't like that. I like walking into a house that's lived in. That's more of an authentic energy in real life than walking in and having plastic on chairs and nothing can get a stain on it and you can't walk in with your shoe. I mean, depending if you have a kid or not. But if things do get dirty, like you're living life. Will-o-wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. It could be the shadow of your own soul. It could be you're the light that's shining in the darkness. There's always something in the darkness. There's always something in the light. Each need to find each other because it's a balance of both. That is the obtainment that we need to bring to the table in fourth density, is to bring balance to both sides, masculine, feminine, light, dark. It's not about eradication of any of that. It's balancing it out, coming into balance. We're still we're still the battery that has both poles, but when we are balanced, we are fully energized and giving to whatever it is needing the energy. Light, dark, positive, negative. We need to bring everything into balance. Balance. It's still going to exist. Dark still needs to exist because it needs the light. Light needs to exist because it needs the dark. That's just how this plays out. The paradigm does shift in higher octaves and higher densities, but even even fifth, sixth, and seventh still has polarity involved. And then you still are looking down on polarity and helping people shift with the energies that they're living through, because you're going to be a guide of some sort to one of your relatives, your animals, to whatever. One of your fractals up there is already doing these things. You still have to deal with polarity regardless. Third density is going to play out on another planet. It still exists in duality. That's just the way it is written, that we all chose to write it for. So we still have to deal with it. So find the treasure in the darkness. This energy is about a new beginning and a new understanding of how to balance yourself in your life, coming into neutrality, knowing that both have to exist. You can't eradicate one, you need both. And there's still people playing out, still asleep, that need to play out the same duality. So when you don't take things so personally, you move away from the things, and oh, life gets a little different because your reaction changes. You made changes to your reactions. We have friendship. The energy of friendship supports our intrinsic desire for connection with others based on mutual affection and appreciation. Right now, I think the energy is also bringing in a lot of this. What no longer serves you absolutely needs to go. And that's going to hit a lot of friendship range. But that's not to say that you're not going to gain new friends. I think a lot of people right now are falling away from each other, and some people are going to gain. Take that how that resonates. Curiosity. The frequency of curiosity supports our intrinsic, inquisitive nature, which is the necessary driving force behind any growth and evolution. You do need to be curious. You need to search for things that you're curious about, that you're driven to, like, oh, why do I think about this? Well, you're curious. Go explore it. Nothing wrong with that. That's how you find newness in even something old. Your curiosity didn't kill the cat. Your curiosity opened up a whole new stream of thinking. And be curious about things that you might be curious about and don't know about. And you're going to find something, and that epiphany light bulb goes off, and happens. Those are the best moments ever. As that forgiveness card comes up, mending. Mend your wounds. Mend your trauma. Forgive. You're mending the fence. You are not allowing your trauma, your experiences that someone else imparted on you, and you're taking that personal. And yeah, there's some things you can't not take personal in a human body. Mend the fence. Mend those wounds. Mend. Because once you breathe it out, go within. Align with yourself. Take that breath, the conscious breath, be in the moment. Poised to do so. You're in balance. You're seeing the game. You're seeing reality for what it is. Your heart becomes loyal. You find your complement. You are in divine union with Source. And that's the state of where you need to be to ascend, to shift, to put out the frequency and the energy field for you to move forward. Can't do that if you haven't started the work. Guardian angel, trust, all unfolds in perfect timing. You are one with divine will. Focus only on love, and all you truly desire will manifest at the perfect moment. Be patient. I, your guardian angel, am watching over you. Compassion. Fourth density. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. Peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful place inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Remember, that's a frequency. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will so soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. I know many of us are like, linear time space is ticking. Oh, there's Odin. He's going to jump up. I have a feeling. Here he is. Hi, baby. He's a mushball. Say hi, everybody. No one watches my shorts in the morning. Little Thor. Cat butt. Little Thor has not really been showing up. He showed up later because his food was destroyed. He ate it all. But he hasn't been coming in the morning when I drop the food to video him. So I've been getting these guys, and these guys are not getting the love that they deserve. You better not even think about it, mister. He's so good. He's my mush ball. You see his face through the pyramids. So guys, if you watch my shorts, thank you so much for giving this little co-host number 3 some support, and Miss Freya. I don't know what to do about little Thor. I hope that, I don't know what's going on with him, to be quite honest. Trying to get him to stay in the house, it's hard. We have Chipmunk and Laurel. Success. So things are coming into a successful time. The Hound and Pear, loyalty. Be loyal to yourself and your thoughts. The Bobcat and Blackthorn, patience, because this is a long game. The long haul. Make today your new beginning. Because it is. It's an eclipse. Harvest moon. I think it's a harvest moon, whatever the moon is. And full moon. Make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. Move forward today with the confidence in knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. And we all do. Slow down and take your time. There is no need to rush everything. You are already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is always making its way towards you in divine timing. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. Like I said earlier, time is speeding up. Big time. Actually, I want to pull one other deck before I do the ending. I pull cards, and here he is. New moon in Aries. It's time to take action. Work on yourselves. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. When you go within, you're meditating, you're silencing your brain to get the answers from your spirit because they're whispering to you. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. I can't make this shit up. Hang on. The mandala of the heart, 528 hertz, no, card number 17 on September 17th. Sometimes aspects of our life fall apart or don't go to plan. This is so they can come back together in a beautiful new way. Trust in the goodness and the inevitable blessing of your destiny falling into place. Do not trust your fears. Put your faith in the love of your heart. A heartfelt wish is going to manifest. The mandala of the heart is the expression of divine feminine. Here we are, and this is the eclipse bringing it in. Feminine power within. It's coming. It's here. That's the energy. It is the life-changing experience of love, healing, compassion, deep repair, and restoration that can only happen when we feel safe and loved enough to truly let go. That's what most of this eclipse is. I'm not joking. Despite what the wounded opinions of ego, I talked about that earlier, might have one belief: love is the most powerful consciousness on the planet. It is also highly intelligent. As we open to heal with the frequency of love in our hearts, we naturally evoke positive effects in the lives of others too. We attract positive intervention from spirit. Pathways open up, magic happens. The heart has access to a wisdom more powerful than logic, which can overcome any obstacle. To enter into that wisdom, we have to trust in something greater than our own opinions and our allegiance to our history. Your heart is more than connected to the universal heart. It is a holographic emanation, part of the sacred mandala of the divine feminine heart, and, as such, holds divine genius and power. It wants to manifest that which is evolving, new, inspired, and beautiful. To believe that history must repeat itself or that we imagine is the limit of what we can happen is to deny the power of the heart and generosity of divine grace. This is all that I've spoken earlier. 528 hertz is the love frequency of creation. The choices, decisions, and projects inspired by love have countless and far-reaching positive effects. As we tune in to that inner frequency, we connect to all hearts in a powerful alchemical network, which delivers an infusion of divine protection and uplifting wisdom into the human collective. This oracle affirms that honoring deep soul bonds and sharing healing with your soul tribe is an important facet of your purpose. You have the power of love in your heart. It is the healing spiritual glue that can bring people together for a higher purpose. It inspires others and generates positive energy to lighten the emotional load many souls carry. When 528 hertz mandala of the heart appears in your reading, you are being put on a notice that the divine feminine has a vision for your soul and is organizing events accordingly. She will guide you through your heart, and with her protection, the manifestation of your soul path is assured. I don't make this up. Spirit works through me, like I said, and that just spelled out everything I was talking about way earlier with even out the cards. This is the time. Listen to your soul. Listen to your heart. Take the giant leap of faith out of your ego, out of the devil and the angel, and find what's right for you and you only. Stop worrying about everybody on the outside. Worry about you. For me, I'm doing what I like to do, what makes me happy, and I'm putting it out there and trying to manifest abundance through the things that I love to do. Each and every day, I'm looking for a second job. I'm looking for ways to grow this channel, ways to figure out how things are going. So I'm sure all of you are doing very similar things to myself and figuring out how to think outside the box and get your message out there. Go through the heart. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulders, be the lighthouse, seed your truths. And thank you all for supporting me. My gratitude and appreciation goes to each and every one of you who continuously follows and gets something out of my work. Thank you. Truly. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Please make sure you're doing something for someone today. Amish mindset. Find your heart space. Go within. Let your heart guide you. Not some book, not somebody. Put the pieces together for yourself. Stop going based off of what people are saying and go and hear your voice within yourself. You can listen objectively. You can go in objectively. Align first, because when you're on that bandwagon, it might be steering you to the wrong station. Follow your heart. Do the work. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you for your support. Have fun watching the full moon lunar eclipse wherever you are in the world. Enjoy and have a good one, guys. See you on the next one. Bye for now.